Hello everyone, welcome back. Thanks for watching the videos. Today we are going to put together some freezer meals that are for the crock pot later. So I like to have some of those on hand for when I don't feel like cooking, or that way we don't just run out, because I can do them in the Instapot a lot of times too. So let me get my apron on and my hair put back and we'll get right into it. We're gonna put together some honey garlic chicken first. And like I said, I've already prepped all of the ingredients. We're just gonna kind of put it together in a bag. And I also wanted to show you guys these cool reusable, they're called sandwich size, but they're really half gallon, no, quart. They're really quart. It's just the two of us, so I split all of the meals that I find online in half. And I belong to a group called the Family Freezer. And so if you want to go see more of her videos, that's where I get a lot of my recipes and the ideas of what you can and can't put in here and freeze raw. Okay, let's get started. So, honey garlic chicken. First thing we're going to do is put, the recipe is for to serve 6. And like I said, I just divide it into 2, which I learned from the Family Freezer. And so we're going to put 1 pound or 1 chicken breast in each bag. Let me get a glove real quick. So I just throw it down in there. And we'll put this over here in the sink. And also this dirty to wash off. Okay, the next ingredient is 6 cloves of garlic. So I already minced my garlic, and so I'm just going to do half and half. So to me, I'm going to eyeball it. That looks like about half and half. And then half a cup of soy sauce. So get this ready. So that means 1/4 a cup in each bag, which sometimes I'm like, oh no, I put too much stuff in, because I should just change the recipe to quart size or 2 persons. The thing with her recipes are is, she tries to use like the whole can of tomato sauce or the whole can of, beans or whatever she's making. And so that's why they're made for a certain number of people. And if you lower it and just do 1, you might just end up with some extras, which is not that big a deal, but it's kind of nice to have 2 in the freezer. Let's see, 1/2 a cup of honey. So 1/4 and 1/4 again. Oh, it's a lot of honey. Maybe I should take the lid off. I probably am going to need a spatula. There's no music in the background today because I saw on an earlier video that I did that it said copyright on it. And I don't know if that's because of the music in the back or something I said or what it was for. So I just decided I'll turn the music off. So hopefully the dogs don't bark their heads off while we're doing this. But if they do, that's life. So today is my Friday. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Hopefully I might be going out for a little bit in a while, so I'm wearing my nice sweater. my going to town clothes, as my husband likes to say. Oops, I can't see. Where are you? You're getting close. Oh boy. I know there's a ton of these recipes out, these honey garlic chicken recipes out on the internet, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. This is first I've ever made it, and I'm just going to use this one, and then if I don't like something in it, I'll tweak it for the next time. All right, and then we have 1/4 cup of ketchup. So 1/2 cup is 2 tablespoons, or 1/8 cup. And I actually have 1/8 cup right here. So this will make it easier for us. Started to do this yesterday, but I had to go to the grocery store. I didn't have all of my spices, and actually this is the only recipe I had all this stuff for. Because Phil went to the grocery store, and well, I guess he went to the Costco. He didn't get everything. All right, then this calls for a tablespoon of of Dijon mustard. But before I put that in, later on, it calls for 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there so that if I have any other wet ingredients, which actually it doesn't, and I'll end up using teaspoons, because 3 tablespoons would be 1.5 tablespoons, which would be 3, 4 teaspoons-ish, I would guess. So I guess that doesn't matter. I don't have to put the cornstarch in yet. I can, because I'm not going to use a tablespoon. Come on. Oops. Got some, and this calls for Dijon mustard, but I'm not going to buy, we don't use Dijon mustard, and I'm not going to buy it just for this. So we're using spicy mustard. If I had just plain old yellow mustard, oops, see, I just messed up. That was supposed to be 1/2 tablespoon, and I put in almost a whole tablespoon. Oh well, good thing we like mustard. I'll put this in this one. No one will ever know. You guys won't tell on me, will you? Don't tell on me. Okay, then it calls for a teaspoon of paprika. So let's get out the 1/2 teaspoon so I don't screw up again. Although, can you really put in too much spice? Not in my family. This recipe doesn't even call for salt and pepper, but guess what? Salt and pepper is going in it. A teaspoon of crushed red peppers, which these are actually from our garden, which makes me excited. From last year. I love if I can grow and use our own stuff. My sister is getting ready to get beehives. She lives in St. Louis though, so it'd be kind of hard for me to get any honey from her. Okay, then it says the 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. So 1/3 is 1.5. Like I said, right? Okay, so we'll do 1 in each. I am going ahead and using this. And probably 1/2 of it stuck in there. I don't care. That's probably enough. The reason for all this is that they're actually, I forgot to tell you, crock pot meals. So you freeze them and then they can be in the freezer for up to 3 months, and you just pull them out, thaw them. Sometimes you thaw them, sometimes you don't have to. It depends on the recipe, but on this one it says to thaw it and then cook it in the slow cooker on low for 4 hours. So let's see. That looks like it. But like I said, it didn't call for any salt and pepper. Well, that's insane. So we're going to put some salt in both. I'm not going to overdo it, but because we can always add when we get it to the table. But come on, guys, you gotta have salt and pepper. I've also done some other of her recipes, and my husband says, do they not have any seasonings in them? Like, yes, they do, but just not as much as we're probably used to because of, you know, they're family freezer meals. And so we're talking feeding children. So, not just 2 adults. So anyways, there's 2 freezer meals for the freezer. Let me get the next one ready and we'll be right back.